Let's talk about how to be relevant today, people. So, being relevant, what does that mean? That means that if you launch a new product and you want people to write about it, how do you get them to write about it? Are you relevant to any press people? Are you relevant to any people who know press people? Let's say that you are starting a new blog and you want people to come and read it. Do you have people that follow you or that like you or that are in your networks anywhere in social media or even email that will read what you're saying to come and check out this new thing? Are you relevant to the people that follow you? There are so many people out there that use social media just to push content out. You're never going to be relevant to people because you're not actually talking to them. You're just spitting content at them. So to make yourself more relevant, to get more sponsorships, to get people to give press about your company, to have people support you when you launch new products, to have people buy stuff. There are a lot of different ways that you can become more relevant to people, community, etc. Number one, help. And when I say help, I mean give help, be helpful. Get out there and share stuff for people. Get out there and help people connect with other people that they may need to help their business. If someone needs a designer and you've used a designer, help them out, pass it along. If you're a writer and someone needs some quick writing work, maybe help write something. Maybe it's not something you do every day, but go out of your way to help somebody. That stuff can go a long way, almost longer than buying anything, to try and get on board with people. So be helpful. Try and help people. Don't ask for anything in return. Just be helpful and try and go out of your way. Number two, and that's interact. This one should seem pretty obvious, but if you want to get on the good side of a reporter, maybe someone who's on Twitter who's constantly tweeting. I tweet with a lot of different reporters who write for different media outlets, whether it's Gizmodo, Engadget, CNN, Time Magazine, CBS. All these different people. But I don't ever ask them to write about I Wear Your Shirt. I always just interact with them. Because if something comes up that I think that, all right, this will actually fit, and we'll get to that in number three, this will actually fit for Engadget or Gizmodo, I now have a connection that I've made over 6 months, a year, 2 years of talking to these people, interacting with them, real engagement, not trying to sell them anything, just building a friendship, building a relationship with them. So interact with people, whether it's on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Google, whatever. Interact. Stop trying to sell stuff right away. Don't try and do that. Just try and build relationships. And number three, context. So context is king when it comes to being relevant. If you start a baseball blog or a baseball merchandise shop and you pitch your shop to basketball reporters or football reporters, they're not going to write about it. It's not relevant to them. It's not contextual to them. Say you're launching a new product. You're an existing company, you've been around for a while, you have a new product, and you want everyone to write about it, or you just blast out press releases. Well, of course, no one's going to look at it because it's probably not contextual to most of them. Instead, you should go to I have a new gadget. Of course, I'm going to go to Engadget or Gizmodo. You wouldn't go to ESPN. That's a very broad example, but you wouldn't go to these sites that don't make sense. You want to keep it contextual. And a lot of smaller contextual blogs, press people can do a lot more for you than a bigger blog who may ignore you completely if you don't have a good connection. So be helpful, interact with people, be contextual are all ways that you can be more relevant for everything online. You can be a trusted source. You can be someone who's sponsorable. All that stuff, like I said, make yourself more relevant. It's not hard. It just takes time like anything else. It's not going to happen overnight, and that's it. So enjoy, be more relevant, go help somebody, etc., etc.